So I'm just about to put my corset on for the first time, and I thought I'd show you the back. Now these are known as rabbit ears, bunny ears, and they're just the excess lace is pulled to the waist and they're tied up at the bottom here. And before you put your corset on for the first time, you need to open the laces kind of all the way so that you can get the corset on without having to put any kind of pressure on the corset or your body. So I just thought, rather than doing that off camera, I'd do that on camera. So you get to watch me struggle with laces for a bit. There we go. And there you see the bunny ears, all that extra lace is actually necessary to get your corset on. So yeah, that's probably enough. We shall see. So I've just got out of the shower, so excuse the wet hair. I'm going to put my corset liner on now. See how I get on with that. Now, yep. So the smaller end, so you can see by folding it in half, will go at the top. So let's see if I can get this on without making too much of a twat of myself. Oh. It's very, very tight. I might have the extra small. Yep, so I'm gonna try the small. This is the size that was recommended for me. But, as always, I wanted both. Okay, now these are quite, I can imagine after a while they give a bit, but they're supposed to be tight. Right, going in. There we go. So the corset liner just stops the corset from absorbing your body sweat, keeps your corset clean. Ta-da! Right. So I don't know whether you can see where my hips are slightly bigger on this side or not, but yeah, we're going to see if we can correct that with our corset. And lace is fully open. Now this one is the 26-inch slim silhouette long line corset, and got the prices. This one was $95. And the other one that I showed you, the red hourglass normal length, was $89, and the corset liners were $19. So that slipped in fairly easily, which means I definitely had it loose enough at the back. So now I'm going to tighten my corset using the bunny ears and this mirror, and I don't want to tighten it too much, just kind of enough for it to be snug at the waist. It's going to be loose at the top and bottom to begin with. And if you can't pull from the waist, you want to grab these crosses, ones on the outside, And just pull down towards the middle. You just want to be taking up all the excess slack. And same from the bottom. So it definitely helps to have a mirror. So here you can see the crosses on the outside. So there are crosses that go from the underneath, so you want to get the ones that are on top. Pull those down towards the middle, like so. Now you can see at the front, this is a problem I've always had with corsets before. It's pulling this way slightly because I have slightly more fat on this hip. So I'm just going to loosen that and tie it back up. I've never had hip ties like this before, so this is a first for me. So yeah, so it's still quite loose, top and bottom, which is normal for when seasoning your corset. But yeah, I'm not sure whether I've got this maybe a little bit too tight. See, it is feeling quite snug here, but then I did go for the slim line in order to, mainly to kind of flatten the stomach and sides here. And of course, I'm going to have a more conical rib shape in this corset, so it's probably about right. I can still wiggle around. So now the breaking in process takes about 20 hours, I think, according to Lucy. And you want to wear it for about 2 hours at a time maximum. And that's kind of like the first, so that's the first couple of weeks. You can do 2 sessions in one day if you do 2 hours at the beginning of the day and then 2 hours again in the evening, and leave yourself a big break in between. But it's quite late in the day today, so I'm just going to do this one session today. So I will wear this for about 2 hours, and as Lucy suggests, I want to make sure that it stays straight in the front and back. Is my back straight, dear?
Yes.
Okay. So I think I'm going to loosen it a little more before I tie it, just so it's all quite even. And put it in just a bit more at the bottom. There we go. My partner John is my glamorous assistant on the camera. So that's perfectly straight at the front and seems perfectly straight at the back, is it, dear?
Yes, I'd say it was.
Cool. So I'm just going to tie that off. Right. So the purpose of the breaking in period is to allow both your body to adjust to the corset and your corset to mould the shape of your body. It is fabric, so even though a training corset is very sturdy and shouldn't stretch at all really, it will stretch and the fabric will relax, and slowly getting it used to your body means that you won't get any kind of pressure spots so much if you're kind of curvier in the hips and the corset, or slightly different both sides. Then the corset has time to kind of mould to your shape, and yeah, just kind of it will start factory shape as it were, and it will slowly mould to your specific body shape. So you want to make sure that while it's doing that, the front stays straight, the back stays straight, and the waist area stays in the right place. So you'll want to pull it about a bit, kind of every so often. But yeah, it's already starting to feel kind of a little bit softer. Okay, so I'm going to come back in 2 hours and finish the video and let you know how I got on. So yeah, I will grab the puppy quickly. She is here. She's sleeping on the bed in a little blankie. Oh, come say hello. She's wearing little Tarzan pants now. But yeah, did I wake you up? She's all sleepy. So yeah, just in case you wondered where she was, she's still with me. She's still following me around. But yeah, so me and Nuka will be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back and it's exactly 2 hours after I first put the corset on. I've done my hair, had a tiny bit of lunch, not because I'm in a corset, but because it was gross. Yeah, egg fried rice, but wasn't very nice. I have tried sitting on various different surfaces. Yes, Lucy is right. It is a little bit too long for me. I find when I sit down, the whole thing kind of wants to kind of come up, and and kind of push my trousers down. But yeah, I did want something that would cover the whole kind of tummy hip area. So like I said, I really desperately want to smooth out the extra kind of bulk on this one hip. So my asymmetry there. If you didn't watch the previous video, here is the other corset. This is the size and style and length that Lucy suggested for me. So this is a 24-inch. Timeless Trends curvy corset, hourglass corset, sorry. So you can see there's a lot of kind of curve to that. And yeah, I opted for the longer line, just slim silhouette, so not kind of really curvy, because I wanted to kind of flatten this area. So a lot of the bulk that I've put on in the last 6 months has been at the back here. So, and like I said, it's kind of extra on this hip where I carry my bag on this shoulder, and it's a very heavy bag, and it tends to push here. So I found this side has ended up kind of just a bit bigger. So, and useful for that has been the hip ties. So having this open a bit more means I've been able to keep the front straight here, which I have a lot of problem with. And yeah, and on the back, it's nice and straight as well. So I've been kind of like checking that it is kind of straight, and I've been doing a lot of kind of pulling this round to get this straight, kind of yank it down. Try and get, the waist a bit lower. Just, yeah. So yeah, so also because of the hip ties, even though it's probably not as curvy as I would like, once I've kind of sorted out this issue, hopefully, I can then kind of open them both out a bit, kind of get more of a kind of curved silhouette. But yeah, it's fitting really nice, and it looks nice. And like I said, it's because it's new, it's quite stiff. So yeah, I'm not kind of over pressured at all, but the pressure is probably more evenly distributed between kind of waist, hips, and kind of lower ribs than you would normally find on like a really curvy corset. You would normally find when you first put it on, there's a lot of room at the bottom and a lot more room at the top, and most of the pressure will be on the waist, and that's why you generally kind of, when you break in your corset, you tighten it slower, kind of, and you, over like a couple of weeks, you will bring it in slowly. My gap obviously at the back is pretty big, and I will be doing that. Be interesting to see if I get this all the way closed. I reckon quite possibly. Yeah, obviously with the hip ties let out, I reckon it will probably close completely. I'm gonna keep the gap at top and bottom about the same. Obviously this is over my jeans at the moment, and I would wear it over jeans, so I thought it's probably best to start as you mean to go on. I might wear shorts tomorrow though, so softy shorts, because it'd make it easier for you to see what's going on as well. What else? Yep. A little trick for checking your laces are straight, because you can't do that, because you know, the moment you do, everything's off. Use a mirror up above your head. Make sure you're square on, and yeah. So I'm just gonna take measuring tape and measure the outside on this, which is, tape measure straight, just shy of 30 inches, and my natural waist is about 30 inches. I think I put 29 down on the form, but that's kind of more if I tug a bit. So yeah, probably only about half an inch reduction underneath, if any, but because it's the first wearing session, I do not want to be tightening too much. So yeah, this is more about getting the corset used to my body and my body used to the corset. So yeah. Like I said before, the fabric shouldn't stretch too much. I mean, the whole point of a corset is not to stretch, but it is fabric, so it will stretch and relax. And any areas you have where it's particularly tight, this gives it time to kind of stretch and kind of even out the pressure. So yeah, that's why we season or break in our corset, to get it to fit our body nicely. So yeah, and it should soften over the seasoning process and feel more like a second skin rather than, you know, an external garment. So yeah, I think that's everything. So thanks for watching my first seasoning video. I'm gonna take this off now. I might as well do it here in front of you. So I'm going to undo my rabbit ears, pull down, and again pull up on the crosses. I'll get it nice and loose before I take it off. There's my corset liner. Did kind of try and put it up at the top and put it down at the bottom. While I was wearing the corset, just to avoid wrinkles, because they can obviously irritate your skin. So yeah, so I feel quite sweaty, but the outside of the corset liner feels quite dry. So yeah, hence the purpose to keep your corset nice and clean and free from body sweat, odour and whatnot. So yeah. And it also stops your skin from rubbing on the inside of your corset at all, from the metal bones. Oh, sometimes the inside can kind of rub a bit. I shall let you know if I get any of that on my journey, but obviously not yet. So yeah. I'm done for the day, and I will get back to you tomorrow for the next video.